So I might just throw to Ken now, and welcome, Ken.
Thanks, Keith. I mean, for me, it's an incredibly exciting day for me to be given the opportunity after a really long apprenticeship to get my opportunity as a coach in my own right as an AFL football club, and such a proud football club as the Port Adelaide Football Club.
It became really apparent at the appointment press conference, where his skill at talking the Port Adelaide language, he clearly understood, absolutely clearly, what Port Adelaide was all about, what our people held dear, and it came out in his language. So, and that was a common theme, in the early stages. If you think about 2013 and 2014, they were incredible seasons, and the way that we played, the never ever give up, the come from behind attitude, how much it meant to the Port Adelaide people to win games of footy. He absolutely spoke that language and believed in it and embraced it his whole career.
Talk to each other a little bit different to the group. You are here to help and support each other because you have a responsibility to 14 other blokes. And when you go out there, you have a responsibility to probably 55,000 people, which is a big bit of pressure to carry. But I'm sure you can do it, all right?
In 2013, 2014, we were playing a fast, attacking, let it rip sort of game, which was so exciting as we headed into Adelaide Oval and the hype around that. And it took the competition by surprise.
It's all over. Goddard's long kick, and what a historic victory. How about that, Bruce? What a performance. Bidding for the last one at 80, eh?
He's the sort of person that doesn't, and this is really important as a coach, that doesn't just talk about football. Kenny's the sort of person that he knows my family, he knows my upbringing, got to know me very quickly when I got to the club and what type of person I was, how I take feedback. The amount of time that he puts into individuals, I think, is what probably makes him the person and the coach that separates him from a lot of other people. He just builds strong relationships, and that's what has held with me since I've been at the football club. Is I feel like I could truly talk to him about anything and he would give me open, honest advice that would really help.
On match committee day, Kenny comes around with the team and he speaks to every player on the lists, and he's very honest with them and tells them where they're at and if they're playing ones or if they're playing Sanford that week. So that's probably one of my favourite moments. On selection day, I get to have a chat to Kenny and talk about football, talk about random stuff. He's always there on that match committee day.
Well, I think what you have to understand about Ken is that people talk about his relationship with players, but he has made a personal commitment to speak to every single player every single week. Now that sounds straightforward. There's a lot of players, not a lot of time, and every single week he talks to every one of them about what he saw, where they're at, what they need to do.
I do think back to moments after games where I've played well or had a good moment. It was special to receive a text from Kenny that night saying, really proud of you, you stood up tonight. So there's been moments like that where, I'll never take for granted.
Footy is the most important of the least important things was always his mantra. And he certainly lived that. So if you ever needed to dip out early to do something that was, important to you, that always came first, and he was always supportive of that. And Donna was there in the background doing all of that as well.
I knew that he had my back, and it's been like that with every single player that he's coached. I reckon he's been able to instill belief and trust and confidence in every single player in the football club, and that's what I felt as captain, that I was going into a job that I had no idea about and I didn't think I could do, but he knew I could do it, and that's the leader he was. He instilled that in. There was countless times where I didn't think I could still do it, and that belief wasn't there anymore, but he somehow instilled more confidence and belief in me even when I didn't have it myself. And I remember a time he organised to get a video package together of my best football just out of nowhere. He just sat down with me, this is you, this is what you do. And for someone to believe in you like that is what makes her an amazing leader and amazing coach.
Righto, we got everyone? Who's said yes?
He does a chat at our captain's run, and we joke together with the players that, you know, you want to play because he motivates you that much the day before the game that you're ready to go.
He's such a good public speaker and motivator to our group. So little analogies he'll tell and how he'll wind us up before a game is unreal. I've seen him in moments in big finals where I think, you know, win-loss is decided on him speaking before the game and how he motivates us.
And ready. And you're ready not to just play well tonight, you're ready to do everything you want to do. And when you're looking for that commitment to each other, look around and know that you're ready to do it together. Look around and go, yeah, this is a special team about to do something special together. It's a new season, it starts tonight, but this team has got so much going for it. This team is the best team in the competition. This team is, let's go.
His ability to share what he's feeling and the emotions and wear his heart on his sleeve is what I think motivated players the most. You know, you knew how much he cared about the football club, about you, about the playing group, because he showed it, and he showed it with true passion. At times you'll probably look back and go, oh, I regret that, but from our point of view, we loved every minute of it because we saw what it meant to him and how much the footy club and the players meant to him. And I think the beauty of Ken is he's been able to adapt over the years to what players would come into the footy club. You know, early days we needed, you know, some blunt, you know, direct feedback, and we had to take a group from pretty low down to a high threshold pretty quickly. And he was able to do that, and then other players come in, and to be able to adapt to what the environment needed was why he was such a good motivator.
If you think back to the 2014 prelim final against Hawthorn, 4 goals down, 11 minutes into the last quarter, and we fly back to almost take that. They were moments that sort of really galvanised the legend of Ken.
70 out, gets it in, oh boy, oh yes, is marked, oh no, Richo, Monfries is marked, within 20 metres, this to get it back within a kick. Unbelievable scenes, Hawthorn have stopped, Port are back within 4 points, they're back within 1 straight kick, can you believe it?
What's been really fascinating is the attention to detail around the scissors. I like people go to the fridge and go, camera. We'll just see whether the camera works.
He thinks he's so funny, and you know, I'm my personality is I sort of just go along with it and joke. But when Charlie Dixon, you know, he used to be fed up with it. He used to tell Kenny, "Righto, move on, get on with it."
That's probably one of the things that he's not his strongest at is his humour. I'll probably appreciate that a little bit more now that I've become a father.
I can't recall one, but it's sort of like that reaction where it's like, oh, that groan, like he's done it again.
Yeah, I reckon most players at this club would call him a father figure. And by that we mean, you know, he was just such a great guidance for us as people, really. You know, he was there as a coach, obviously, to help us improve as players, but more importantly, he was there to help guide us through challenges in life and being able to be the best person we could be to then take the field as a footballer. And he always had his door was open in his office. You could go in and talk to him about anything, and he'd be pretty blunt and honest with you, but he'd guide you through whatever it was. And he's been like that with every single player. And I think that's why we love him so much, that, you know, he's there to support us and he's got our back.
He has such strong relationships that he can tell when someone's not quite where they need to be. And he sort of reached out, brought me into his office, had a conversation about what was going on at home, a similar situation that he had in his life, which had a massive impact on me. And I remember going out a couple of weeks after that and having almost career best performances just because I had a weight lifted off my shoulders, simply because of how he approached the situation and just gave me full belief and clarity about where I was at and what needed to be done, what was important in my life. Football's not everything, family comes first. So there are a few memories that will definitely stay with me.
You know, I've had countless conversations with him, you know, that haven't been about football that he's helped me with, and you know, his support for me and this football club and these players is why we want to play for him.
Who's going to start the avalanche today that starts to build from the top and rolls right through Adelaide Oval today? Who's going to be the person that starts it? Is it going to be you, Miles, that starts it? It can be. It can be you. It can be you, Todd, that starts it. There can't be a choice who starts it. But if you want to feel passion and you want to deliver on passion right now, look at each other, wander around the room, know what this joint will do for you, and know what you'll do for everyone.
The first word I'd use is passionate. He's clearly the most passionate person about this football club that I've met almost along my way.
He is an absolute competitor, absolutely committed to his group and to his club.
I can't imagine how hard his job is with dealing with 40 different individuals every single day who have their own life problems and issues to deal with. He has a presence. Everyone that knows him knows what he's been to our football club for such a long time now. He's been through so many ups and downs, and the way that he just comes into our football club, the role model he is for the other coaches and for the players, really, about his attitude when things get tough, I think is probably the main thing that I'll take away from him.
Humble, passionate and caring, which represent a quality person, and what he's meant to everyone at his footy club has been huge, and yeah, the footy club wouldn't be where it is today without him.